So when you want to, whatever feels kind of comfortable. So whatever that felt like, you're trying to copy. Okay, John, I'm going to compare your putting stroke to Tiger Woods, who I think has the best stroke on tour and probably one of the best putters of all time. You have a lot of similarities in your setup. The stance, it looks fine in terms of its width. Your arms are slightly tucked into your sides. Ball position looks good. Well, let's move Tiger first. He takes it back to about right here. As he comes through and hits the ball, his eyes are down. As he continues to swing forward, his putter finally comes to a stop. His eyes are still down. He hasn't turned his head. He will finish his stroke. His putter comes to a stop. He holds his posture, his spine angle, and his finish, and holds it for a moment or two after the putter has come to a stop, and then only looks later in the stroke. And while he's looking, he is still holding his posture, his spine angle, and his finish. Doesn't have any recoil. Let's look at your putting stroke now. Goes back to about right here. As you hit the ball, you actually do a pretty good job of keeping your head down for a good portion of the through stroke. You haven't turned it yet. Your head is still down. You do start to turn a little bit before the stroke is completely finished. So it's slightly earlier than I would like. But I would like for you to emphasize holding it to a really till your putter has really finished in a still position. Here you are doing the 3-ball cluster drill, and obviously with this drill you're not looking at all, but it does demonstrate the hold position because it was required in the drill. So as you take it back here, your eyes are going to stay down the entire time. So as you come through, as you do this drill, you're keeping your eyes down until the putter comes to a complete hold. And you're holding that finish and feeling and remembering the feel of it, because that's what you're going to try to hold in your memory when you go to the second ball, so that you can try to copy that same feeling. And so what you're witnessing here is the mechanic that I want you to adopt when you're on the course putting, that you would take some practice strokes that you think fit the distance that you're trying to hit, and then when you get over the ball to hit the putt, you're trying to copy the choice you made about how much force to use. And you want to execute the stroke, come to a complete stop, and be looking like I'm showing you here before you turn. And then after your putter has come to a complete stop and you have reached this feeling of stillness, you then can turn and look. But get to this final finishing position before you turn. Now, will you ever once in a while scull it over the green?
Yep.
Okay.
Like try to stop.
Start with the weight on your left, but keep it there. You don't want to rock to the right foot in your backswing. That defeats the purpose of starting on the left. Good. I like that. Good one. No, that's way too big.
Oh, okay.
Soft and slow. Right there. That needs to be too big. That looks pretty good. So you want to keep it low. Keep it below. There you go. Yeah. Let's hit that one right there, folks. Yes. That's what I want to see. First, John, I'm going to cover some of the essential fundamentals of chipping and pitching that I talked about in our lesson. Here's Tiger from the waist down, basically. I talked about how you want to get your feet close together and you want to choke down in the club, and you can see that Tiger's doing both of that. You also want to keep more weight on your left foot than your right, and you can see how his legs are angled towards his left side. And he's in his backswing, so during the backswing he did not rock to the right. He stayed pressing to the left. So he's really heavy into his left side. That puts the low point of his swing in front of the ball, allows him to hit more of a downward attack, so there's less chance of the leading edge catching the ground behind the golf ball. And so those are the most important techniques. And then as he comes through, when he hits the ball, he has his hands in front of the ball. So he has what we call a shaft lean. That basically indicates that he has hit down into the golf ball. And as he moves, he's moving his hips. You can see his knees aren't locked in and frozen still. He's using his right side and right knee and right leg, and he's rotating his hips into the shot. His arms are extended. He's not flipping his hands. Here's Tiger on another shot from the full shot, and he's also swinging that chest. You can see how his hands are right in front of his chest, and that continues all the way to the finish. And he lets his chin and his eyes move. It's all connected. There's no flip of the hands right there. The swing on the left was at the beginning of the chipping session before I suggested making any adjustments. And you did have your feet certainly closer together than a full swing, but I would like you to experiment with having them even closer than that. Get your feet even a few inches closer. I like the extension in your arms. I would like a little bit more weight on your left side. You have a tendency to be a little too vertical with the legs, and you're almost 50-50 in your balance. As you take it back, you have a tendency actually to go back to the right a little bit. And for the shot you're hitting, you have a very long backswing, which almost is going to force a deceleration into the golf ball. As you come through, you did make really good contact. You did say that at times on the course you might scull them across the green and into trouble. That comes with that long backswing. So learning how to hit a lower flying shot that would roll more will serve you better. You are swinging your chest to the target. Your hands are in front of your chest, just like Tiger's. But now you're learning that you don't necessarily have to keep your eyes down. You can let your eyes swing with your hands. The way you see Tiger's eyes come up with that. Not only Tiger, all the PGA players will let their head lift and their eyes follow the club head. Now here's a chip shot that you took later in the session where you had made some adjustments. You did get your feet a little bit closer together. You got to weight a little bit more on your left side, hands in front of the ball. You went to, I think this is a gap wedge, so it has a little less loft. So you don't have to take as big a backswing. So your backswing's much, much shorter. Good clean contact, good extension. Arms coming through, and you're letting your chin and eyes follow that a little bit further, but you don't have that big follow through either. So you're making the right kind of steps towards a little bit better technique, which will give you a little bit more consistency. You're starting to learn that the most lofted club and the bigger swing isn't the best way to go about hitting to a lot of chip shots. You need that loft when you have to carry the ball further than you want it to roll. But when you want the ball to roll further than you carry it, then you need to go to a lower lofted club. That allows you the advantage of having a shorter or smaller swing that will be moving slower miles per hour. And if you happen to hit it a little thin or bladed, the contrast result will not be severe. In fact, many times you can hit a ball thin and it stop right next to the flag as if you'd hit it perfect. Whereas if you take that big swing with the lob wedge and then you hit it thin or bladed, there was so much club head speed on it that it just goes flying over the green. And so this type of technique not only is better when you hit it perfect, it's better when you don't.
It's about a 50-yard shot. Now, I want you to hit it 10 yards shorter with that club. What would you change?
Shorter backswing.
There you go.
So in this, you're thinking of 2?
I think a 3. It's just one tick down from full. Yeah, right about there. But I want you to accelerate. So you're going to be somewhat aggressive from a shorter position. I don't want you decelling.
Okay. Well, look at that.
Okay, so let's keep that. Let's do that swing. It's swing 3 with an attack. I can't give you I can only use words here. I don't know how you translate my word attack or.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
But there's no chance of decelling. You're going to be aggressive with the hit. You're just aggressive from a shorter distance.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Let's see if you have, from that same spot, let's see if you have, is there an ounce more of aggressiveness we could put on this?
Okay.
Let's just I want to see what too aggressive is, really, from a short spot. Okay. And what we're learning, obviously, the length of backswing and the speed that I'm trying to walk you through with my words is not going to. It probably is not going to hit our target, but it is hitting the same place every time.
Right.
And that's what you're trying to store in your memory.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Ooh, that was it. That's our target.
Felt pretty good.
That was clean. That was perfect. The real difference between that one and the other 2 or 3 was that was hit really clean.
I think the biggest thing is just the attack part.
You've got to have an attack.
Because otherwise,
If I said I want you to swing at 73% effort, you wouldn't have a clue what that is. If I say hit it hard, yeah. I know what hard is. Yeah. There's only one hard in your mind, really.
All right, I'm going to land this one on the green. I haven't landed on the green yet.
Oh, there you go.
Frustrating.
But the key is if you go with a long backswing, it almost forces you to decel. So you want to find out what can I always accelerate with, attack with, and find my numbers for the 3, the 2, and the 1 position. No fear there. You're just nailing it now. Now it's free throws.
Yeah.
Now it's just free throws.
So yeah, and I'd be happy as pie if I hit this tomorrow. But I am hitting them all left.
So and it's not you. The wind. You're just not accounting for how much wind is pushing it.
Well, let me just try and exaggerate. I'm trying to hit it right at this.
Yeah.
Right at the flag and see what happens.
There you go. Now you just plug in your swing. Oh, that's clean. That's,
you're right about that wind.
It just pushed it way over there. But your technique, what you're trying to master is the technique. That looks good.
I like this, Tom.
So you're controlling the length of the backswing and then you're attacking. Good. And my job today is to make sure you're not going to master these, you're not going to own these techniques, but you're going to have the tools to practice these techniques to develop ownership where you master it. And that's the goal today. You know what to practice. Oh, I really like that one. In terms of your acceleration, you really went through it. When you have a short backswing, your subconscious mind has no fear about being aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's clean there.
Yeah, I like that tip, Tom. It just
You can be repetitive now.
the whole acceleration thing.
And you're adjusting one variable.
Yeah.
The acceleration part's a constant variable.
I guess if I could just start hitting it cleaner.
That's right.
That's my first. Okay, I'm gonna roll this one right by the pin.
There you go. Look at you call your shots.